serving as a two-term president, I still have some energy.
Fortunate that you do.
I will look into these issues, and whatever I can do within the country, out of the country, in the sub-region and Africa, I look forward to doing that.
And just as a final question to wrap up the interview, and as you reflect on everything you've been through and your aspirations going forward, what advice and what thoughts do you have for, other aspiring leaders, whether young or not, but aspiring leaders on the continent? What kind of key message do you wish is taken from your leadership journey and your leadership experience that you hope to pass on to the next generation of leaders?
Well, I will say that you have to be prepared for leadership in Africa. The expectations out there can only be achieved by a person that is larger than life. So you have to ensure that you're prepared psychologically for it, and with the changes that are taking place in Africa, we have to work on dialogue. We have to stay engaged. Leadership is about serving the people. It's not about lording over them. It's serving the people, giving them hope, providing a better life for them, making them relevant, and working together to them to transform the circumstances of your communities and Africa. It requires a lot, and just mere campaign statements, opposition statements. When you're in the opposition, it's easy to make promises that within a given time, X, Y, Z will be achieved. But when the town is cast, you're there, and you realize the limitations of resources, the limitations not only of financial resources, but also of human resources, and the time frame you have to achieve the world that you have promised to achieve, and it becomes a very difficult matter. I will say that we make less promises and live with the realities of the moment. Less propaganda, and be very practical in our approach. People will appreciate you when you come, when you're forthright, you're honest, they see you make a lot of effort. Even with certain difficulties, they will understand. But if you promise the world and you cannot even provide a glass of water, then it becomes very serious. So for leaders coming up, I think we have to know that running our nations and for people to entrust their lives in our hands, it's a serious business. And we must give it the seriousness that it deserves.
Well, on that note, thank you very much for joining us on the program, and we hope to have you back another time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Anytime.
Famulem, una kushe, una adu. Any salsa you do right now, I want to welcome you all to this program today. So we right now in the United States, in Maryland, a beautiful weather today. And today we get two alleged from the APC, when our honorables them where they can talk to. So we get so many things that we don't go on for the past weeks in our country. We can't talk about that. So if you're the first in this, you join this program, me now. I got in Shabba, and also Adea Weeks, the Mami himself, Racheal Bangwa Davis, Mama Shabba, himself there with me now, so today we can talk about things that really happen. Now we country for the past few weeks now. So please, I encourage you now for make share this live, share the live, share them because it's very, very educative today. What thing we can talk about. Welcome to this program, Racheal.
Thank you very much, Egatin Shabba, and I want for welcome on all on board this platform. As always, we young committed fans them. Anytime we get programs, they are on board. So I want for welcome on all, and I want for thank on all. Like Egatin Shabba said today, it's a very educative program. We all go learn, especially from things them where there is some conflicting, thoughts them about, this PR system. A lot of things then we can discuss. We go able educate we all. And that also go help we for make decisions for we country moving forward. So once again, welcome everybody on board. I see you, Anne-Marie. I see everybody, Florence, Martha. All welcome, and the rest of the people are in the comment section. And keep the conversation going. Thank you.
You go for updates people about what's going on with Madam Femi Claudia School, because all this while you be on Facebook in the morning, you updates people just a brief.
Well, everybody don't know, and I make everybody don't ease a little bit. Everybody don't ease a little bit because 90% of, if not all, most Sierra Leoneans them, been there on the edge when the woman in Komot Nado say enough is enough, and we Sierra Leoneans them, some of the one that we don't know their rights. I mean, we don't learn for understand, say, you don't need that kind of permit for go exercise your fundamental human rights, for go protest on issues them where we feel strongly about. So, I mean, the women win as always, and the women, we are very powerful, and this don't show how powerful our voices are, because most times we as women will not even understand the strength what we get, the inner strength what we get, and how powerful we are. Until then, last week, almost a week and a half, where the woman them show the salon and everything shut down. This is to tell us that we women, we are very, very powerful, especially when we speak with one voice, and we don't prove them. And thankfully, Femi Claudia School don't come out with Dennis Bright. And according to the interview, we get immediately when they release him, AYV interview him, and he talk there right there and then say, I'm not going to back down regardless. I'm not going to, like, he puts me inside 10 times, but I'm going to continue to speak the truth for Sierra Leone and to speak the truth for the women of Sierra Leone. And he don't stand today as an ambassador for the women there. He don't take the lead together with the grassroots, the women where you see them that day, you saw desperation, you saw anger in them, because most of them in Sierra Leone, they are the breadwinners of the home. So you see they were very, very angry, and they were very, very disturbed and determined. So this is to tell us again that there is power in the voices of women when they come together. So we look forward again for see if the government has engaged women. We can look forward to that, because that has not seemed to be the trend. They never engage. But we're looking forward to that. And the women are still prepared that if the government don't talk to them, they are still gonna come out, but we don't know when. So far, that's not the updates we I get with regards to the protest of the woman them in Femi Claudia School. And
we want the woman them for take the lead now, because when women take the lead, you see changes. Welcome to this program, Honorable Abdul Kargbo.
Thank you for having me.
I will salute you guys. Say guys now, the. Now
you're not the head for the case.
You're not the aid. You're not the aid right now.
You're not the head for the case. The Parliament. You're not the head for the case.
But at the same time, we go for we bill you. Like how go dance paddle. I don't bill the paddle. We went on social media with the guide now, especially you guys with the bill you. Bang, 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 bang with the bill you.
Una thank you. Una said they do extremely well. Una said they do extremely well. Una keep it up because I love of the nation and they make una they keep them, una they make sure say una go out, do investigations, call people and spend hours on TV. Now because una love una country. So I'm very grateful, you know, the kind service to una they render.
Yeah, Honorable, this platform based on entertainment and politics. You know, for the past weeks now to months, you know, we see how the police brutality increase in our country. We get entertainers them. We some of them they don't sentence already. We get some of them they're on detention. We for real we don't know what's in the gun at the country because you know this I will not say this police brutality actually only ongoing for a long time. But recently, like I don't want to use the word pasmack, but you know, everywhere now people are talking about police brutality. We say our police they beat citizens, not only entertainers them. We say our police they beat citizens and manhandle citizens them. Now they sentence some entertainers them right on Parliamentary Road, and also we get this LG where instead they on in the go on court back and forth, and we see back if we go on courts on Wednesday. The reason why I make some of the entertainers there where they entertainers them and the gym when they sentence them. They say because where they sentence, where they arrest LG, then go na Benghazi, then go for not investigate, but then go for go check what's in the gun with LG and arrest her. Then they arrest they all put it at Benghazi. They say because they go do a riot. But before you come in, Racheal, we don't talk this so many times at this platform about police brutality, the way how Salonians and mishandle Salonians. But I get one video where I want to play for Salon people before you come in, Honorable, where the same SF people there, when they say go do riots, but we'll not see anything after that. We're not getting anything after that.
Presiding, tequila, 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 presiding.
This SL people then go protest for Prince Adam. We'll not see no arrests, you not sentence them absolutely nothing.
This now when I get look clear when I get that issue during the election. Yes, so just clear that. Yes, so one part people side be there for one person, the other side be there for Prince Adam. So then they feel that you know they were robbed of their votes, so and they feel aggrieved, so then them protest against Prince Adam. So just want
but we'll not see any arrests. We'll not see any arrests. So Honorable, what's now you take on this arrest where they arrest some entertainers then where they don't sentence already going up at them by what they say because LG they go try for check for LG at Benghazi and just couple all let's say for routing misconduct. What are you take, sir?
Well, basically anything where they before the courts we not elect for comment on that because the constitution restricts recess of na parliament, you know, section 94 subsection 2 say waiting parliament don't resolve courts not they put multiple. And similarly, waiting courts don't resolve parliament self not they put multiple. So basically, I just be one reserve my opinion on that. But again, you talk about police brutality, you know. This year now we get the worst report from the United States Department of State. You know, every year then they pull human rights report. But this human rights report where they pull but Salon 9 are the worst so far. Then say government they engage in arbitrary killing, government cruel, government inhumane. Then say government they detain opposition, you know, arbitrarily without any fear or favor. So we should be worried as a nation if United States Department of State don't pull human rights report we damning about the nation, we very 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 much bad about the country. We should be worried. This for don't be lesson for the police. But regardless of how damning that report they did, we see still police then they arrest people in the streets where they on protest, peaceful protest with placard, you know, except they have to be put under undue pressure for letting left the people left. So to me, there are times it is about the image of the country, you know, because all waiting they come so now Pasalo now they rock back. I'll make sure say I send you that report. The way you read paragraph 3, you have to go but salon. The report so damning. The human rights report to the United States Department of State release is so damning about government. They even measure the Parliamentary road killing will take place. They measure some other killings then back will take place. And they agree saying with government they engage in arbitrary arrest of opposition, And at the time that report they been common, Kemos say they be biased, you see. So they try for ascertain say yes, waiting this report say not true. So like we say, Salona we country and we for try for preserve the reputation of the country, and the best way we could go about it. Some things then they not for be professional, but you can't keep arrest for muzzle freedom of speech or for muzzle citizens' participation on government. A person not go dey pay tax out of your salary when they pay tax. Then you the wrong government, I let that person they comment on the way the wrong government. Where the person talk on go arrest, where the person talk on issue this. That's not the way to run government.
So what do you think about the intervention with this recent protest where the women come out? What do you think about the intervention of the international community? Because you talk about they for put pressure upon the government where they be able to release the woman them. Then a few days later, they release Femi Claudius Cole and Dennis Pride. What do you think about that intervention?
To me, the police not for the even wait, let them tell them say on a left, on a left the woman then the police not for wait, let them tell them. And the police not for the even arrest the woman. Internationally, they're not the play with woman, they are too precious. So when women and they demonstrate now, or the protest now, street now, as a result of the fact say, they don't tire with waiting they happen. So if you cannot address their problems, not so for arrest them. They're not cost nobody, they're not broke no motor car glass, they were protesting, then you go hold them, you go arrest them until international pressure can tell you say left the woman. Then they send 2 messages. Firstly, now that the international committees, they hide paper with salon because of what we don't go through as a nation on professionalism and all, they only hide paper with. And the second message, now that the police get for step up their game, they're not to a force way they serve only one set of people. Then a force way they serve the nation. There are times if you're not police, you for be independent, you for be professional. Some things then the way government minister will tell you, say, go do this, go do this, go do this. You're going to say, no, this is uncalled for. My profession doesn't permit me to do this. But yeah, we get in sets of people that we always anything we didn't tell them, we say, okay, we did one, okay, we did one, okay, we did one. And then they bring repute to the name of the force. So to me, I often say it cool for let the police they behave so.
And the police they make any arrests of the people and they detox the way go na parliament to go stone or amuna recently?
Well, interestingly, not to the police they arrest the Bobo Stone, the member of parliament, not to the police they arrest her. Now the ordinary citizens the way me they near the terrorists send the stone. Now they arrest them and hand them over to the police. So we say for go check whether he's still in the custody of the police or they don't let her. We go for go check. But he was arrested by ordinary citizens that were being at the scene. It's already will take the stone and send him. He was arrested and handed over to the police. So we get for going at the police station again. We just want let the honorable feel comfortable, lay okay, small. We get for going at the police station again for go ascertain. And that day, some of we send the red flag before the incident. We send the red flag because we see how Parliament was invaded. Parliament was, full with a lot of people, and we go with getting remarks, they cause mamikos, they tell members of Parliament, say they get for attack them and go damage them. And like I say, some of them they get back, we don't know what's in the inside the bag. And yonder now we yes, inside Parliament, not the galleries of Parliament. And yonder now we own house, we for their laxity for debate, we want debate now we house. For the debate and afraid say somebody up there up gallery we get back. we don't threaten say
so this ever happened at Parliament. What happened last week?
No, I not since Sierra Leone gained independence, I not say it ever happen at Parliament. For the people in Parliament, they go threaten members of Parliament. I not say it ever Parliament. I not say it ever happen at Parliament. And that was so disappointing. Then go the people hold pepper spray. People hold pepper spray right inside bag. People hold some other weapons there inside bag. During the course of the sitting, they spray the pepper spray. You know, some people even when are part of the international community, we mean up the gallery gonado. And some of we the members of Parliament themselves for common at Parliament. Because also cough, you go cough, you know, and you go feel the reaction of the pepper spray. So to me, it was not cool that we reduced the Parliament to that level there, just for the support the party.
Maybe we'll take you back a little bit there. We can fast forward again to what happened in Parliament. The last by-election we happened, we see foreign people and white people them, you know, we create a lot of concern that we have a by-election where we see foreign people and international people and standing over the ballot box. What to make we reach to that level during that by-election? How did we get to that level on a by-election?
Of course, we don't get several by-elections then, and basically now out of within the land from the previous by-elections. Remember the by-elections now 110 constituency 110. Just at the nick for let them count the vote because I may be the head of the party agent then they maybe be the polling manager for the All People's Congress. And I end up will be the expect to get the highest vote so far because the proximity from the polling station they told polling center they told the candidate was not far and people and so they are. So it been so they expect say it will get the highest vote the night and we say well, Honorable Kargbo, please, you know, my way will have for beats na police station. Beats in the sense, nobody know will play on intelligence, nobody know will, you know, play on your IQ. So I will let you go on at the polling center where, you know, I'd expecting the highest vote so that you will monitor the process there so that they're not going to do anything. So now I've been there, the 15 minutes for let them count. We just, you know, more talk, come with Bobo them. Invade the polling center. They again broke ballot boxes there. In the full view of the police was there, so disappointing. In the full view of the police, they broke ballot boxes, then they do crime, do this, scatter, you know, Mrs. Elfuadide as a member from the opposition, as the center manager, they arrest me, lock me in a cell, sleep with common criminals in a cell. Whilst the one then we they know where them broke the ballot box, the minister will hold the ballot box when an election crime because again at the Public Elections Act, you will snatch ballot box so you will destroy voting material. Na election crime, it will be penalized. You know, none of them they not ever invite. Even when the video come away show them faces clearly, none of them they not ever invite. None of them they not ever question. Meanwhile, they was see everything will happen. Now me back then go arrest, go lock na cell with common criminals, even without revoking my immunity, you know, then take me go lock me na cell with common criminals. I get for sleep na cell for crime where them commit before me. And even when the video come on, I all see minister of government hold ballot box where not to be responsibility. You see, but what the way they broke the ballot box, you see. So it was so frustrating, it was so damning. That the countries are no.
So now based on that, they make this time around now we get international people in for
yes. Now based on the fact say with previous experiences clearly show say then they go outside and say yeah then go between far away then they go broke the ballot boxes. So now based on that then we set advice the international partners then for let them strictly monitor the voting process and make sure say the ballot boxes are safeguarded until then counts the entire elections results.
So come to Parliament, you gave for explain to people like what this word mean Nakram?
Nakram now this National Civil Registration Authority. NAC, the A na small a, because na part of the N, the national. NA, C na for civil, R na for registration, A na for authority. So NACRA na National Civil Registration Authority. Wetin they do now that now then they register people them for produce ID card for people them and forget people in detail as nationals. Now then they do that. In no way then connected to NEC. NEC na separate entity. Whenever
so there's no connection. There's no connection at all.
No. NEC they only collect data from NACRA. They update the data from NACRA in the case of where person die. Like for example, if NEC don't get a register, then NACRA then get bats and then get everything with them. So if person don't die, NEC can ask them, say, hey, how na data, how many people don't die with this, that. So then can supply NEC the information, the NEC they update their data. Who then NACRA say don't die, they can pull in name na the register. You see. But NEC for do registration whenever elections day. The president under section 2 of the Census Act. The president for time to time, the president of the NACRA Act, I think 32, yeah, he say them for always make sure say the president do a public announcement, you know, say they want to do general registration. And that registration, the note of the NEC registration, is different from the NEC registration.
Yeah, Edgerton, before you can I just want to make Honorable clear that part, the Honorable Abdul Kargbo. Because people in concern say then you get and talk say you will not register you with NACRA, you not go able for register or you not go able for vote because now that one day that registration reports the NEC get for use back and collate them for the one that we get for register. So I want you assure people and say from the best of your knowledge and according to the act them, the two acts them, NACRA not get anything for do with this voter registration where they come so in September.
Well, interestingly, the registration where NACRA they do, then they give it in they call national identification number. And then they give. And basically, government want let everybody get that national identification number so that if they come to a time, not so you name again, like your number where they get, now you get for life as a citizen. But waiting happen now that the proposed bill where they want out, that section 24 clearly states, like them for the people. It states a registration officer may, in satisfying himself that a person is entitled to be registered as a voter, request from the person any of the following. I underline the word any of the following. That for let you get the right, let you say yes, this person are for register. You know, this person is
qualified to register for votes.
Yes, qualification for registration. 1A, a birth certificate or a naturalization certificate. B, a statutory declaration giving particulars of his birth. Like if you get ID card, we get to side and Bonham or so. C, the testimony of a member of a local council in the area of residence. That even if you don't get ID card, even if you don't get birth certificate, but the testimony of anybody, chief, councillor, even member of parliament can testify, say yes, Naya Egatin Shabba de Usabia Naya, they can register you for that day, you know. Okay. And D, na national identification number, then the number we NACRA the key after you don't register with NACRA. Then E, any other satisfactory evidence of his entitlement to be registered as a voter. Any other satisfactory evidence.
So in other words, any of those where you don't mention, say, so if you get them, you entitled for register.
Yes, they are all disjunctive and not conjunctive. Any one part that you get, you entitled for be registered.
Okay.
And basically, now so it been there in the 2012 Act. Waiting no more than add na the NIN, but the NIN we na the national identification number, not to compulsory you say you forget them by force before they register you. I don't register now, so I say any of the following. So now any one part one there, even you a man self can come and say, yes, Lord, this man who sabi anaya then now picking, then they register you. But who side and do mistake? Na 13. Where you go na 13 now they show we the voter register. The voter register, now that book where they can pull, where they show you your face, your picture, then show you your name, then show you your date of birth, your place of birth, your sex, your signature, your thumbprint, all the day na the voter register. So what them don't do now, they don't amend the voter register for let include the NIN number. So meaning column now they na the voter register, who say NIN number for it. So with your argument now, if NIN not a compulsory requirement for let you register, why it need for them na the voter register? Why it need for them na the voter register? Not all man get them. You said don't say. You said don't say.
The type of disenfranchised certain set of Sierra-Leoneans.
Well, likely. Yeah. Because you said don't say na 24 that whether person gets them, he not get them. You get right for register the person. Right. When you read 24, just now read. You know, it should say the NIN an alternative. You know, so the other one there. So if something they were an alternative, why you need for put some part of the voter register? Say then forget them before ever it then for then the voter register. You see. So one thing what we get for do when we go to committee stage of this bill, now for ensure say we remove, you know, that NIN now the voter register. Now for ensure say we remove the NIN now the voter register.
Abi, you want to talk can say?
Yeah, you know, like so many rumors going on around social media say we don't pass some bills them Parliament and some they guys are already on hold. We don't make up on social media for can sensitize people about them bills there. Now checking number of African press and people and say na in the whistleblower. Now my question is, who side checking number go wrong by this rumor way to go around saying checking number and the whistleblower of them, some of them think that we don't pass in Parliament and some of them way they on hold.
Yes, one thing we will believe.
Yeah, I think so. Will get some.
He will come in again. I think.
Yeah. So.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Sorry, I don't come now. Call come inside.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, we get some.
Gonna come back.
Small technical problem. Yes, it come back. So family, wanna stay with me. For right now, we get Honorable Abdul Kargbo and. Maybe Honorable AKK self will join me later on, but right now we'll get Honorable Abdul Kargbo with me. Yes, sir.
Yes. Usai Chernobago wrong. Now that's right. One, here members of Parliament and they will be in the communicate before the process begin. Even the privilege, the first day we then carry the bill. A member of Parliament, Honorable AKK, share the link with Chernobago. For let it watch the entire process. So it been watch the privilege because a member of Parliament share the link with them. And what will be there na the privilege. Privilege na the first stage where it can before it go inside Parliament. Because when the bill go inside Parliament, if we not pull something then or if they're not explain the we find a privilege, it will take long time inside Parliament. So for let them reduce the long time inside Parliament, then they call on a force, the one the way they carry the bill. Then they call on a force as members of Parliament, then can show and say, hey, now this we don't come into, now this day, now this day, now this day, now this day. You see? From that first day, the way they present the bill, Now we question them on the NIN number. Now the SSF say we, the people that wake up with the bill, the SSF agree with we, say no, that NIN not so by compulsory, not so if person gets an, if person not gets enough for register. The SSF clear the ear with we, they say not so by compulsory. They say whether person gets or person not gets a it can register. So that was settled in that first meeting day we been get. It was settled. So NIN was never a problem because now even SLPP member of parliament now raised that concern.
Yeah, I think so. Yes. Maybe somebody.
Somebody don't call it inside the obstruction.
Rectify, but family liaison just stay with we. We get Honorable Abdul Kargbo retire for the sets in the internet. So please continue for share the video before Honorable come. Make I just play this video quick.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yes. Yes.
Now, first time. Yes. Like I say, so children about follow the proceeding. So if NIN, we the member of parliament, they don't dash from the first sitting, so we will not take chain about for the even real bone of contention with the NIN again. Because now from the first sitting, in fact, now SLPP member of parliament, now he come against the NIN very strongly. Because we no one let them deprive any Sierra Leonean for let vote. You see? So that was settled from our first sitting. So we are surprised as member of parliament, which will not take the NIN at 9 at the issue, where we don't compromise with SLPP, when that issue they was even crushed in the first sitting. Then secondly, Chairman Obase is saying now we self to don't write the bill. Now we make the bill, now we agree, now we make the law. I also under, I doubt because one, anybody will know the stages of policy circle. You do not say in policy circle, members of parliament, they only come in now the third stage, where they call the policy adoption stage. Now the members of parliament they come. You get the fourth stage when the agenda setting, or they can call them problem identification stage. That then with cabinet is it. After cabinet, if they come out to cabinet, it goes to the people and the draftsman them where they draft the law. Then call them formulation stage, the policy formulation stage. If they go to the draftsman them, waiting on the cabinet conclusion, now in the draftsman and they take, then they go draft into law. And after they draft into law, then they go with them back in the cabinet. For the cabinet ascertain it, yes, basically we concluding on 19 at this law. After that, then they take an out, the draftsman and they take an out, then carry some cabinet, they use the line minister, the minister who is in charge of the law where they want carry. Now the minister now in the carry and parliament. Now then they call delegated legislation. So parliament they see the document at the third stage, not at the fourth stage. Not so parliament they formulate them, not so parliament they come together, put them together. But now the department, the requisite department agency, now the ministry and agency, now the do and encounter. So we as members of parliament only see them at village. Now then we the members of parliament they see the bill. So to we it was very unfair that Chernobyl alleged say we the members of parliament they don't see that bill. Now we put them together. We put together a deal for disenfranchised Sierra Leone system. So that was also an unfortunate statement. Then also, I want to make it clear, nobody know the way don't suffer at this government in hand, reach members of parliament. So if we want to see the back of this government, now we did before for make sure to this government. Firstly, we get past 5 members of parliament with the law Nacelle, including Mr. Selfwa, the talk to owner. I have slept with common criminals. Now, 15 of them, they tell me stinky, they sell tight, tell me very stinky. Where I go to the prisoner, then push me first. Then they ask me, we are reading, they call you member, we are reading, they call you honorable. Now, which party is it? Now I say, are they APC? Now they talk to me now, they say, oh, now man, love you and sponge, love you and tie for Sudan. Any normal, any right-thinking person go want let the government continue, government with all looking at it. As we dey talk so, una know say police even send again to speaker for let them release me. For let them release me so that they will go detain me back na CID. Who that go the way not liking peace? Who that go the way not liking freedom? The more SLPP continue for them na power, now the more go na cell. Now the more them go put you in na tight corner. We should be concerned over with and with. Yeah, we get Honorable Emmanuel Saidu content. He go Pademba Road. It take over a month na Pademba Road. He come up Pademba Road in sick one. We get Honorable Laemara. Then local with common criminals and as CID. Then local them. So we get a lot of members of parliament where they don't lock themselves. Why for Christ's sake we for compromise for give President Bill another time? That is the worst disservice we go do to the nation. That is the worst disservice we go do to we ourselves as members of parliament. So some of we find that statement there of Cheno has been very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Whether they go so hard for everything from all camp parliament. From all camp parliament up till now. Anytime when they get hard, then they give SLPP MPs and quota for let them recommend people from their constituencies where they go hard. With APC MPs that we have never been exposed to that opportunity. Whether they give grant in aid, scholarship, then they give SLPP MPs then quota, say una recommend people them where una they give scholarship na college. With the APC MPs then have never been exposed to that opportunity. If SLPP MPs seek serious one, government they put money together and they plan now. With the APC MPs then we get past 3. We gave me one way die recently. We sick, money no day for let them fly now. Why with your own common sense we for let this system continue? So to me, na attempt for bring the MPs them to distribute and for make the public lost confidence in the members of parliament them where they don't vote in. That was very bad. That was very bad. The impression we create the MP that we sell, MP that we need. I go sell, say you go sell your life. Because now we like now we sell. If this government continue,
Honorable Abdul,
I talk for every member of parliament from the opposition. What make I talk so? We don't get a parliament for 4 years. 4 years, more than 4 years in fact. We have voted over 500 times. We don't vote in a parliament. There has not been any one instance with any APC member of parliament vote with SLPP. We don't get evidence of that. No instance, nothing. APC members of parliament, they don't go under undue duress. They don't marginalize we. They don't suppress we. Then they look in on pulling a committee. But we not ever let them show me one instance when APC MP joined SLPP for do bad thing at this point. It's not ever happened.
What's our Honorable Abdul, when will it go up? When will it go up? Yeah, I think so maybe you get the device on, you get maybe.
No, not just me phone.
No, something like that carry echo.
No problem.
Please.
Yeah. As Honorable Racheal, you know, when will it go up? We use for APC na Kargbo party, APC na fet party, you know, but where is the APC? I don't want for preach violence now, yeah. I don't want for preach violence. But where is the APC where who is supposed to come up doing checking in time? You know, where here is the APC and the council society, you know, where for confront them. Where is the APC? Where people have been called Kargbo party? Now we see how they mishandle now. Beat go to parliament, send stone power, beat on the streets.
I mean,
arrest now. I'm not going to preach violence.
Yeah, let me just.
I don't want to preach violence. I'm not preaching violence. But you know, tit for tat. Where is the APC?
Again. I want to make it clear. Salon now we own country. We no get no other country other than Salon. Nobody know for push we follow we care go this country behind to Usa we come out. It just feel like some of we were married within our host with UF. Not all way UF want make you ala na OC for agree say yes, the ala then house. It don't mean say if you balance UF per ala, it don't mean say you weak. It don't mean say you fool. It means say you're too strong that you know they allow other people to set the pace for you. We all know say SLPP don't fail. We all know say SLPP don't fail. The best they can get now for let ala then at the country. But we as a political party, we know the price we will pay as a nation for let peace come. We know also we come out. So we know they encourage SLPP for cow with violence, for law we dance with them at that tune of violence. Then at the end of the day, the country can progress. We the pull a civilized one through the ballot box. Civilized one through the ballot box.
Look, first now this bill here, then we can go to the PR system because people they need a lot of education as to these two system here. So with the SLPP government, one for push or one for shove in the throat of Sierra Leoneans, them, especially the NPs them. Let us talk first about the bill, the acts where SLPP want come with this time of election, where Sierra Leoneans them were really concerned. Say una not for ensure say that thing they go through, una not for ensure not for resist that bill there and so on and so forth. I want to just give it briefly what are some of the things that we did they were not good for Salone moving forward.
Well, interestingly, now 2 bills SLPP carried. 2 bills. Then get one when are the political parties bill, and then get one when are the public elections bill. The political parties bill na PPRC na encount. Then the public elections bill na NEC na encount. They all count through the AG. Yeah. Now look first na the PPRC bill, the political parties bill. Part 9 states say they forget political inclusion where we not get problem with. Then part 38 section clause 38A. Clause 38A of the PPRC bill, it states say if they fet na any political party office, like if APC fet inside the office, therefore register APC. Meaning that they ban APC as a political party. APC no they participate, they operate again as political party if they fet inside APC office. So meaning with the existence of this law, anybody can send anybody say una go keep fet inside the office, one ban them party for let them not participate again in elections. So they can ban you political party. They say if you use stocks, then will ban you political party, then will deregister you. Yeah. They say also any party will use profane language, will use obscene language, will curse, will use obscene language, will use profane language, or will use provocative songs. Then they deregister you without going to court. People actually just the Islam ban here say this party they exist again. That means say una no they send no candidates again, una no they send flag bearer again, una no they meet again self as political party, una no they do again, una no they meet again as political party. These now some of the laws them with inside the PPRC act where they go with in parliament. They say even when you incite, then they ban the political party. And they say even when you go against your constitution, like for example, this court case where APC been get so, where the court rule, where the judge ruled say APC go against the constitution. If now with this law where people actually carry it, they're not for don't even go to court. Then for don't ban APC totally from participating in the elections. So these are some of the things that we inside PPRC bill where they want put in a parliament, where they don't put in a parliament for law we discuss. Then not to that no more. We get also the public elections bill. I don't know, una get me.
No, we get you, but guess what? I want to quick to Racheal, not you.
Okay.
If that be the case, Racheal, therefore don't ban SLPP them because they firstly they don't make so many inciting statements them on social media.
No, now make I want for
Because this shock me.
I want for honorable land force.
If that be the case, therefore don't ban SLPP because the first lady of Sierra Leone make so many inciting statements on social media.
So and you go continue to make, and in fact it get worse than worse. So I want to make honorable just land. No, we are waiting at their own inside their own parliament as an opposition, waiting then decide. Then before we the people themselves can throw we comment with all waiting honorable on talk about. So we then build it out and they push inside parliament. Honorable continue, sir.
I think so. Honorable the network no freeze back. So,
I think so.
Yes,
all right, continue with it. Yeah, continue. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, Una get me?
Yes,
clear.
Okay. Yeah, come to the political parties, the public elections bill. First thing we did, now that section 86(1), the toxic. Well, previously in the previous bill, in the previous act, let me not say previous act because we know pass this it. In the current act, it clearly say now the only reason whether for council vote now like whether overvote. Like for example, if this center now 300 people register for vote, the way they can count the vote, then see 310 people in them vote. Where they're not supposed for vote. So next the council the entire station because they overvote. Now that right there been there now the current Public Elections Act of 2012. Now that right there. But now the bill where they don't carry it, now that they want give the commissioner the right for council vote because of violence. Meaning if they don't vote, then people then go scatter the ballot or then broke the box the way they've been doing alongly, then for cancel the vote. And when they cancel the vote, then for count the other side them. If they count the other side them where they vote, if they see say this affects the other side them, then for cancel the whole area. Now that make Honorable Cardi Davis, they've been cancelled in entire constituency election because we then go broke one side, we not be in stronghold. They've been feel say we then count the other side, then it go loss. But we then count the other side, it still win the elections. So now they say, well, because of that one side the way they broke, it don't affect the result. Then they cancel the whole result. So they cancel the entire constituency. Now that they want to go into PR system not so by constituency, now by district. So if they can have one person in area or then go now one polling center, if they go broke box then be now the polling center, then go cancel that polling center then count. If they count, they know say the results of that polling center it affect the whole district, then go cancel the whole district. So me question now, why they not provide security for the box system and then they give legitimacy to the one the way they go for go box. When women gather by election na Sambaya Bendugu, the kind soldier man and policeman them will be there, it not be easy. There been plenty, so nobody not be get right for go ballot box. Nobody no crease the kind security presence. So we all know that therefore protect people the vote. They not for left people the vote for let person can broke and whether they broke and they and they can say no because they don't broke this with the council with the council the world. So they go defend no more opposition than stronghold for go broke box then and they say with the council we know the contact with the so now one thing and they will be there against. And when you go now clause 22. It give the commissioner, I see me brother don't come inside, Honorable Ekeke. I salute you, boss.
Welcome, Honorable Ekeke.
The man not there.
Yeah. Continue.
Okay, la carry on. It might mute. Yes. You know, then the council, then also they say the commissioner from time to time. Previously in the current act, now the president now in they go from time to time through a statutory instrument, now in they declare registration, voters registration. Now the president they do one, now they declare voters registration. But now, waiting and Kargbo, now that the commissioner from time to time through a statutory instrument will declare voter registration na specific side the way he wants. Like for example, if everybody don't register, then they don't count the total number of people that will register. The commissioner can just come with statutory instruments, Eliana Parliament, then he say, me, I want to do more registration, additional registration, new registration, na kainlaun. Na kainlaun, no more. He can say, I want to do new registration, Abuja, no more. So we dey against landing. Because Sierra Leone, by the regional divide, you don't know whose party register passing company. So you know they empower the commissioner for let it go do extra registration na specific places them na the country. You see, so we dey against landing. Then also we dey against the PR system. But I see me brother don't come, Honorable AKK. I get for left and let him talk about the PR system because me get other engagements. But basically, I want just explain small about the PR system. Let me people and get a better understanding before Honorable AKK they come.
Okay.
Yes, go on.
The PR system.
Wait, okay, go on.
Okay, no talk, sir.
No, I'm asking one question before you left me because.
No, let's continue no more.
Yes, go on.
Ask them, yeah.
Continue, yes.
The PR system, what to make them be user? They be user when we come on a war. Then tell them the constituencies they're not been there. They're not been do census.
That was 2001.
Yes, that's when they're not been do census. Constituencies they're not been there. So now that make them use the PR system. And even the amendments we then do, the statutory instruments we then come for can amend them. For law we get 38A. It clearly states and they say, outside constituencies that exist, they're not forever use the PR system. It states there na the instrument where they come with the amendment where they make. Say outside constituencies exist, they're not for use the PR system. So the admire the one the way that the debate between the PR system and the first past the post. Because even the PR system, the 38A way legitimize them, even say any side way constituency then did, una no use me. Una use me no more way constituencies than not. So now a self-defeat, you don't agree say the first past the post or the constituency system better pass in the PR system.
Yes. It's just an alternative. It's just an alternative.
Yes, I will can't tell now why. It better pass the PR system because in the PR system, like law assume me where they pull local so law say na 10 constituencies then na pull local. How they do them? The party they send 10 names and one name them. That means if anything happen to me, the person will succeed me. So the party they send 20 names for them 10 constituencies then they na neck. Then they send 20 names. All the party the way they take part in the parliamentary elections, they only send 20 names. In the first instance, independents no they stand na PR system. Now that make the one the way they argue say independent they stand. Let them show me the independent member of parliament when this country mean they under the PR system. There was no independent member of parliament because independent no they stand. Now you party in symbol, now they put. So where they go vote safe, not for the member of parliament in FESO. Now for the party symbol, now they go vote for. Now the party now in the call say this percentage we don't get. Now them people there, now then they go. Parliament you vote to. Now for party symbol. Like I said, the party they send 10 names. Now we assume say Egant in the na Potloko or now say Ide na Lonsai, Mide na Kafubulom. But all na Poloko district. Now assume say the party send a name as number 1. Me they send me name as number 5. Or now say they send me name as number 8. And how it be whether they don't count all the votes then Apoloko, all the valid votes there, then they begin shape them by percentage. If APC gets, let's say if APC gets 60%, that means the APC gets 60. If SLPP get 30%, that means
this is interesting, you know.
Yes, sir, go on.
Yeah, if NGC get 10%, that means NGC get 1 seat. So what thing they do now? Then names the way APC been sent. Then names the way APC been sent. Then they take the first 6, not to alternate. Now the first 6 by priority, how they set up. The one we name the first, the one we name the second, the one we name the third, say 6, now then they go to parliament. So if you name the 7, you know they go. If you name the 8, you know they go. The SLPP then they go to the your list. The one the way they name the first 3, now then they go. Now let's say one disadvantage.
I mean, just want to ask you, I say, well, what's in the disadvantage now on
let's say one disadvantage. Now assume say Egantin 9 day na Losai when a Poloko district. Then me come up from Kafubulom when a Poloko district. Because the people in Losai, they don't want them, you understand? They all not vote for APC for parliament na Losai. They don't vote for APC for parliament. They say because the one na pool na for send for APC will not like them. So we not they vote for APC for parliament. So APC not get better vote na Losai for parliament. Then me, because me naya, the people elect me naya, they all naya APC get the highest vote for parliament. Na Kafubulong. Naya will get the highest vote for parliament. But because Eganti in name na in the force, then me your name na me the 8. All me votes then they transfer to Ghana in the go na parliament. Me no they go na parliament. Yes, because na in name the first na the list. Now in the go na parliament, the in me no they go na parliament. Under this system, if possible, if me no go na parliament, it means say na Eganti na way they Losai, na in they represent the people that na Kafubulong.
So
yes,
it means that in the people like Kafubulong where not today come on.
Thank you. Where the people are not even sabi you. Where the people are not even know you.
You know,
where the people are not even
Shabba, this is very, very educative for we people, and even for some of we self, we not even go in depth into this PR system, and we don't see just some of the disadvantages where Honorable Abdul Kargbo don't make clear. So we all the disadvantages where this PR system get, and this is just so for sensitize we more as to why we need parliamentarians them for stand against some of these bills there. So because in it they reflect what's in the people they want, in it they reflect what's in the particular set of people in a community.
It don't stop there. It not stop there. In this system. Now the political party, now then they choose the names that way then they send. Not all the people lemo. Now the districts, now the political parties then they choose. Say, hey, now this name will they give you, now this name will they give you, now this name will they give you. Because no way not they forsake the people and consent. Now the district. No way not they forsake the people and consent. So now the political party now then they send the names of the people the way they want. You see? So whether they send name where the people they want to, whether the people they don't want to, once you name the up of the list, you sure up for going inside parliament. So even if you go inside parliament, you don't do nothing for the people there. You don't even represent them. When you come the next one, you just be at peace with the political party no more. Let them just send your name no more. You go back in a parliament because not all the people then they decide again on the MPs. Now the party now they decide on the MPs. You see? So we condemn this system and we say a not representative of the people. Welcome, AKK.
I think AKK gets a small problem with the internet.
Na Cambia, come on, they're not getting internet today.
AKK, they still not getting internet at Cambia. AKK,
The man of the himself. Namasombala. A village common at 3 stadium.
So I'm not gonna be as go on because I want
Yes,
to ask
sir.
you when this bill meets na Parliament.
Now the I think the 26th where we go the privilege. We'll go the privilege. Now enforce to see this bill.
All of them bill here or still there one after the other.
Then do presentation on them bill there on different dates. The Public Elections Act now enforce them do presentation on. So we see around the 26th, and there be one lot of debate the next day when at the 27th. We say no, it don't make sense for let them carry with bill now today, then we debate on the next day. We say on a give it time, law read the bill. And honestly, you know what old bill today, tomorrow you say, go inform me people all waiting inside the bill without
AKK, welcome, sir. Yeah, now. Oh, good. I see.
Oh, Matumbala, finally.
We don't go say you just know we say you know get internet to say you dey.
Masumbala, Usa AKK come on the village na 3 stadium. Where one make call now on top man go tiki they go claim.
AKK they go clear.
They are not sure if you get me.
So all I will like, Abdul, no lie.
I can Congo Sans say left Bob. Yes, the card is said. The card is said. We not to rush out information to the public, now the answer. Now for make sure say you understand the information when you can force it to the public. I read a book where say the ace always get there too late. I say, how could the ace get there too late? The book continue for say it is better to know where you are going than to be thinking as to how fast you can get there. So we be one understand the bill properly. We be one read the bill properly. The bill alone now 141 pages. So we no go just rush, say, hey, no, they don't count with bill. Let's just go explain to me people. Let's just go this. So we decide say we know the debater. In the first attempt, we know the debater. In the second attempt, we tell them for go remove the constitutional clauses the way they are the bill. Because firstly, it gets a lot of constitutional clauses there. You see? So basically, now that make we not be debater. AKK, I will let me give you the program now, sir.
Yes, no, before AKK come in, last question, please. Why yes, they invite you na CID this coming Tuesday?
Well, I don't understand though. They say the police reports where they been get for that we rally na Sambaya Bendugo. They say the reports implicates we. As the interim Secretary General of the All People's Congress, me party go get rally and not go there. As members of the 21-man committee, we party go get rally, officially sanctioned rally, we not go there.
So, why not now they invite you now? And this thing on past a month now.
And at Tuesday back home.
Now the question they go to you.
Now Tuesday back home.
When I prepare for going to CID, we will get a sitting on Tuesday.
Well, basically, process day for invite a member of parliament. You get for right to the Speaker of Parliament for let them withdraw the member's immunity before the member the body. And up to now, the Speaker of Parliament not get on to it relating to the letter where they write up.
Lastly, just 1 minute. How the 21 committee, how will we go on now?
Well, it's not easy. It's not easy. Sometimes the way you don't jam.
Yeah.
Sometimes the way you don't jam in aid with SFP.
Oh, honorable.
Question for him.
Yes, honorable AKK. Welcome.
Yes, good day, sirs.
Well, we don't come to you small.
Yeah, there's me separate. AKK. Yes, something and
yeah, go on.
Yes.
Something and the way don't jam here. Something and the way don't jam here with SLPP in a parliament. Where you can APC party office 21-man committee. If they can't jam here in the back. So sometimes and the load now easy. We don't do the rules. Thank God PPRC very cooperative. I go commend the chairman of PPRC and I go commend the staff of PPRC so far. They don't publish, they don't gazette the rules. So the rules, they mature for 30 days, 30 working days. So now the 11th of next month, the rules then they mature. And when they mature, if they petition them, we they get more additional 14 working days for look at the petitions then. And after we done the rules, we they get 2 weeks or so, we they go into lower level. After the lower level, we get 28 days, we call the National Delegate Conference.
All right, before you go, my own question is, with always you don't talk about the act, the bill the way SLPP the non-bring Canada Parliament. What do you think say on something way on think say on go pass or on go resist them bill as parliamentarians?
Well, basically we responsibility now for debate bad laws. And most of the laws then we get constitutional implication. They're not they pass until you get 2/3 vote before they pass. 2/3 of members of parliament. So then they know they the constitution or we need constitutional amendment. Na simple majority votes na they pass them. And basically if now for simple majority votes na parliament, SLPP can always boast of the powerman chief them. We get 14 powerman chief then at parliament. We always ready for vote for SLPP regardless of the circumstances. We get the independence in our parliament. We always don't vote for SLPP. You see, so once now something we no need for be approved by 2/3 majority, not a constitutional amendment, it is easy for SLPP for let them win the vote in the parliament.
What is so you think say go easy for make them pass through inside them bill there? What do you think say go pass through?
The one that we not get constitutional implication, but the one that we get constitutional implication, they're not going able.
Like who's I beg before you go, so like who's one, so because we need clarity of some of them things here and worry and concern. So like some of which ones say go pass through.
Firstly, the one way then they say them for council vote because of violence and not go pass because na constitutional amendment. Then the one way then they say even the PR system, because for let you approve the PR system, you for go back with a constitutional instrument in parliament. Then for go back with a constitutional instrument in parliament, because the PR system now be an alternative to the one-member constituency. So if they want time, they need for go back, even though they've been go with a constitutional instrument, but they need for go back. But like I say, we don't see a lot of instances where this government
are concerned about the one where they say pandi election paper, who say you name you, who say you detail and they would put the NIN. Whether particular one day, because now that one they get for disenfranchise a lot of Sierra Leoneans, the way makes Sierra Leone people and concern about that.
People are not for too concerned because why? from the first day, they don't agree say then they pull and then they agree say not to compulsory. From the first day we'll meet with them.
What about one day where I read and they move around with when they say you are in a diaspora, if you cannot salon, you know they register because you're in a diaspora, even if you cannot the country for can register and one for can vote, you know get for happen this time. You can clear that.
And not so true.
Okay.
Una the commode diaspora
because diaspora and they worry.
No, not so true. Waiting at the difference between you commode diaspora and the way there. Then go end tag fauna. Say na diaspora una comot.
No, you have to clear this because I don't hear plenty.
No. Then they register. No. Then they register. Una come, una only register.
Because I have a couple of people.
So, Honorable Lango, register me, Racheal, Fukam.
Yes, why not? In fact, some of una they way they na the diaspora, una more Sierra Leonean than the one they way they are.
All right, I'm going to clarity today. Because Shabba, it's very important. A lot of people reach out to me say,
no.
Election they cancel. That means say we're not going for and stuff like that. So make you clear the ear.
Law no the way say una not for register na ya.
Okay.
Law no the.
So moving on. And also you want for go, and we know exactly about Honorable AKK.
I can't call him.
So I ask him 2-3 before they left.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kargbo.
Welcome.
So before Honorable Kargbo go, what do you want for assure the people of Sierra Leone and also Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora watching or Udaga for watch later on? What do you want for assure them with regards to all of them bills there, especially the important one the way you say get for pass through, we get for get 2/3 majority. What do you want for assure Sierra Leoneans because they are worried, they are
our assure with Sierra Leonean brothers and sisters that say allegations the way they pass around for sure say members of parliament of the opposition they don't take bribe, they don't sell game, na lie. Some of we this election get for do with we life. Some of we this election get for do with we well-being. Some of we this election get for do whether we go na prison or we not go na prison. Because allowing SLPP a second chance, then they go do the work to be the members of parliament there. So anybody where they spread information against members of parliament them, we say member of parliament they don't say then they are lie, not so true. And we people them also get for no. The one that we get for register. Waiting for make you go register. We don't see 10 years of APC. Then we don't see 4 years, almost 5 years of SLPP. You can able to make the comparison. You can able to draw your conclusion. APC meet yes 60,000 for bag. They left after 10 years at 200,000 for bag. Inside 4 years, SLPP people and 200,000. They send them 500,000. So what APC not do 10 years, now SLPP can do inside 4 years. So meaning if you do waiting and call trend analysis, you dey able to tell waiting person don't do inside 4 years, then you dey able to tell waiting the person able to do inside 10 years if you get the opportunity. SLPP come, they meet fuel at 6,000. Yeah, at 6,000. Just in 4 years, fuel now 22,000. Just in 4 years now 22,000. You will allow that government for continue.
Now Ukraine.
Ukraine won't carry that in the price don't go. Ukraine won't carry it.
They say I get all the filling station in a salon. They say na APC then I get all the MP filling station. I make fear no the
Thank you very much, Abdul. Thank you very much.
Yes, I don't let you. Me you now on shift basis with it. Now on shift basis. Me they early, you they late.
All right, bye. Thank you so much.
Don't punish me though, because you don't talk, that's not good again for talk. So I just go for the Kargbo test now.
Honorable AKK, welcome to this program, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, Honorable. Welcome to this program.
But me, one question I want to ask before Racheal come in. You say and one part I don't send. I don't know if a bill in Parliament about wardrobe bill or whatever. See when I want to money from the wardrobe ways. A lot of people they suffer right now. Therefore, increase the money.
Yeah, come back. I need to get you clear.
We make you understand. Say the one building right now on our table. I don't know if the building on our table right now. But it's a rumor, right? It's a rumor on social media. Say when I want wardrobe allowance.
All right. Let's take this thing step by step when it comes to allowance of MPs and the conditions of service for MPs.
Right.
In 2018 Ogo Parliament, we agitate for conditions of service for members of parliament. I remember the first post we talk about at the time was Kande Keller. We talk about conditions of service. We all come together as members of parliament, not for the negative reasons where people they try for use and now say, oh, they don't bribe the members of parliament. For remember, Mother Biogo is second term. Me always don't say, outside the mondo, you outside mama they cook, then pull it for you. You have to be extremely big for let you go outside the mondo, you left outside mama they cook. So for we, it's a non-starter bribing you for waiting. So we talk about the welfare bill, and I think at that first point we meet with the Ministry of Finance because that's what the Constitution say. Mind you, it's a constitutional provision say members of parliament get the right for set their own salary. It's a constitutional provisions. So not to like I say, what you do as a member of parliament, na crime you don't commit. Now so the constitution say it say with the approval of the Ministry of Finance. Is them for other people them when we approve other person in salary, finance not they approve them. So most of the salaries always you will meet. Now parliament we don't increase their salaries and they like them NEC, the PPRC, all the state institutions and they. So now parliament in your work that one day back. So we come and say, okay, when you look at all over the world, we are the least paid members of parliament. Even we neighbor them now, Liberia who gets better GDP pass, the MPs can get better salaries and condition of service pass we. When we talk about better conditions of service, people always think saying that the money, yeah, not just the money. Take for example, with all what they say of me on social media and parliament, when I go to sleep home, with all the people who are going to stop for couch wrong policy, people who are going to expose it and they pan corruption, people who are going to talk about during the time of the one pass and I say no, this person and not get the required integrity for let it become a minister or let it become a parastatal head.
I think so that call cancer. Normally we call King Cancer, he can get this kind.
Well,
he can get this kind of behavior. Yeah, he don't come.
Yes, go on.
I return home to my family with no security. So when people talk about the welfare bill, the conditions of service for members of parliament, then you only use the most disheartening way to make people vex, but they also know they seem to understand some of the very important things that they ask for. Me now one MP on the me host, then broke me window for me for going inside for kill me and my family. I have no single gunman of security in my house. So it's not just about the money, it's also have to do with, and not also about the wardrobe allowance, but you have to do with security as members of parliament. And this fifth parliament, we don't lost many MPs, including we don't lost a member of parliament who died of malaria. We get 5 members of parliament currently we sick, we paralyzed, including Honorable Aludendes are with stone on duty as a member of parliament. From that day stone until now, he have to take care of himself by himself. The MP not get medical allowance. People where they above grade 7 and grade 10 as alone, they work for government at critical conditions. People who are in NGOs, it's all been in NGOs. People who are in the mines in Sierra Leone get medical allowance. The MP, where you expect me every day for go Cambia and come back. In the process where they go Cambia and come, if I get accident, now me and my family in business, even when I they go for go serve the people and for go get regular meeting with the people, that in condition, then me and my family get them.
So who that start for this allowance business? Because people are concerned. Some people and say that allowance they can't go now, so then they approve now a bribe for making go, waiting in the kind of parliament and go get a smooth.
You go begin understand as a bribe. What you cut them for just coming this last one. I want to tell. I am giving you a step-by-step analysis of Usa Komote, Usa inch so.
Okay.
You get members of parliament like we now with 2 common Cambia on APC. You get the Honorable Scorpion as I talk, so he currently on the wheelchair. I doubt if we don't ever do a proper medical examination on arm, we just left him for let him family struggle but waiting most people they wish for now have whether he died and do by elections at the expense of his family. So inside this bill also you talk about medical conditions of the members of parliament. If there's nothing that is more important, I think these two are very important for let we people and no say in the bill where they talk about conditions of service, it also encompasses not just salary allowances, but also physical issues we get for do with we and we health, with security, or else like when I go broke my window for go kill me inside. If I am not a brave person, that was going to be the end of me deliberating in parliament. I know we'll talk again because I know we'll continue to put the risk of my family into risk. Then the people who are they doing for winner Sierra Leoneans, when are they demand for security, they say no, you not deserve them. Because that's what people say when they say the bill on the ask for no, not for ask for bill. But people will get fail stations. Now saloon Lebanese man them. Chinese man or they can't saloon, they get gunman for guiding at their house. When one member of parliament died, the state they lost almost 2 billion loans for Dubai elections. So what will it cost to give him a bodyguard for take care of him? What it go cost the state for get a medical allowance? Where not they give me the money they did na insurance scheme where if I sick, I can go for go get a medical allowance. So I don't think that is unreasonable. During the negotiation of the first waiting self, what they do, then take other conditions. The Minister of Finance with members of parliament within that committee. When I cross committee, take other conditions of service for members of parliament in the sub-region. So already they talk so it's almost good for even the poor Liberia near we and poor Guinea will all the share almost the same GDP and the same economic strength. We understand. Oh yes, other people in the way they pay poorly, people in the way people need more, the country broke, this. But even when the country broke so, when you check the people the way government don't employ between 2018 to now, the same conditions of service what they ask for, in fact the directors, the permanent secretaries, then they get up to top up allowance for enforce them. So we are saying what do they ask for not a novelty from government? Other people in the way they are less cadre of government steps where they get better than what they get as members of parliament. So if you're saying, oh, the teacher not get better salary, we agree. But the director, for example, na Salwako, the head of Salwako, they get 86 million loans a month. They get medical allowance for in family. They get top-up allowance. They get provisions. They get fuel. As a member of parliament, are not open up to that in the. And then people they'll get the other conditions of service in the, then get more salaries, then get better than me. And if you check this, sometimes we all get the same academic qualification. And worse off, we are the first point of the people when there is a crisis. I will tell you, like now, I did in my own constituency. I am building 3 hospitals out of the little what they get. I they build 6 halls. I they build 2 schools. I they build a mini stadium where I don't fence already where they give sitting accommodation. So what goes to the members of parliament in terms of conditions of service, I will tell you 80 to 90% goes back to the people. This is true of almost all members of parliament. So when they ask for conditions of service, we are not asking for your selfish gains, but we are saying if you improve our condition based on the knowledge of we people, we also able to give turn give back to the society. But imagine out of the little I get, I will do this. So if you increase my salary, what do you think my people will get? They will get far more better than that. I agree with you, say there are other members of parliament who are very, very careless, who don't care about their constituencies. But that not be the yardstick for mention with conditions of service. We are the poorest of the poor members of parliament. I don't go international conferences. Other members of parliament in Africa, they're looking at you and asking me, you sure say you're a member of parliament or you're a student rep? Why? Because with conditions of service, we want to talk on conditions of service. When you talk and nobody they laugh. And we know we'll continue for the make ourselves funny. The post where they grade 7, grade 10, na salon. If they travel for go represent salon, if they go on business class, waiting do the MP. Who can go to international conference and they load a plane for camp? You see all your colleague members of parliament from Liberia, other countries, they're all there first class. Then you did the other side. It's good because people think say we country broke. But if the first family they use private jet, what's wrong for me as member of parliament? Forget a first class treatment.
It's when somebody say, let me make I want just look at one pointer with somebody at the comment section point out in all of this allowances they want to look at. He said the element of medical treatment abroad should be removed. A bill to push the government to improve our national medical system. So that
I agree with the person, and I will refer the person to my last presidential debate. I even call that we forget a policy where they say no more person at an influential position, either a judge, the president, the ministers, the members of parliament, not for take with money for fly go abroad for medical treatment. Rather, government forget a policy in which we go improve we own internal health sector and give plenty tax waivers so people who can invest in the healthcare service alone. That is also in my presentation. The problem what we get again as members of parliament is we're not there in charge of the media for make the people and know always what they agitate for. Waiting the people they ask for 10 chances to 1. We've debated almost all of that has been in our presentation. But the member of parliament cannot be a journalist. I cannot be in the well and also reporting my activity out. So there is a gap, there is a cutoff point. The cutoff point is where the people don't get what is happening in parliament, not because they are not interested, but they also not get opportunity for them get the state broadcaster on the SLBC for the whole time. SLBC go tell you say they get subvention regularly by government. So it's like that. Thank God for that we young boy that now they do Facebook Live where they make people they see waiting with the deliberate in parliament. Or else I cannot imagine me as the member of parliament. I'm here for debate. Now me they hold the phone back for go Facebook Live. No, I cannot. But let the person check. If you check me Facebook, you go see that the debate the way I dedicate my whole last debate on the healthcare of Sierra Leone, condition by condition, the lack of water, the lack of electricity, the indiscipline of the medical staff, all of that one did in my last debate.
Shabba, you want to say anything?
No. I think so. We're not going to keep AKQ for long. Maybe just 1 or 2 questions. Mark now will let for me.
So the main question we ask, where you say, if this now then use her for bribery, no, you cannot. You know the truth is, I have been threatened to be killed in my house. I know the issue I'll be talking about that 10 day. Honorable Umfa has been arrested, beaten, and molested, locked up in a cell. Abdul Kargbo has been beaten, arrested, locked up in a cell. Honorable Emma has been beaten, arrested, locked up in a cell. Many other MPs. So, how do you sell to somebody where at the first time they beat you, if you go second time, what you go do? And when we all they talk about this, one way people can forget, say the principal beneficiary where APC can have power, the first person, now me what they vote for. Me get a short job. Any other person where they can seek for get job. Me now I get a job when I win. And now me that they vote for. Anytime they stop the people from voting, now me they lost votes. So how do I sell game by reducing votes and reducing my own chance?
I meant to understand. Say a lot of una within a parliament not get for being elected in or not get for go again for another term. So that is why then some of them just they sell game now and care about themselves no more now because they not get for go back to the people and say una can't vote for me.
Okay, except you they tell me this way they tell me so na news and I get for do a research. Me na powerful research. I go ask members of parliament who not interested they give for camp. But I'll tell you say this parliament gets 85% of first term vote MPs. So anybody who go parliament for the first term always.
You mean the APC? You mean the APC?
The APC, the C4C, the NGC, all over the parliament are 85% of overturn. Of course, if you say that one day of the handholding at the ruling bench, and then get reason enough for come back in the parliament. So they don't promise them for being minister. But everybody that APC when a member of parliament, I can talk on their behalf as one of the lead PRO at the parliament say, we are all determined to come back and we all don't work and don't do different things in our constituency. We get the confidence if we go back to people and they elect we.
So Honorable Abdul Kargbo don't talk about the some of the bills them more than they push inside parliament. What's if na your own views, and I wanna assure also the people of Sierra Leone concerned say some of una don't sell out because of these then thing they also wanna don't ask for what they don't gonna. How you can assure the people of Sierra Leone say,
first of all, the bill we get for do with the welfare of MPs now will not even begin start for talk about it. It not come before parliament yet. So for let somebody say now negotiate, if not one thing we always on say in this whole debate is this bill came to us on Monday. Then present them for debate on Tuesday. If one sell out, we know they ask or let the public know about the bill. We just don't sit down, serve now we corner with the bill. We debate our one game, we pass them. How you for we don't even make a show about them. Pass by the entire people they say, oh, the MP they don't make mistake, they don't go pass bad law. People who have not known about it. I have traveled the length and breadth of Sierra Leone for educate people on this bill. If I want to sell out, MPs are not contribute their money for that purpose for empower me for go out there and educate people and count feedback and do a positive research. You know, this is a bad thing for we. Again, people know say we get families. People need to understand say we get a career. People need to know say we get high morality amongst ourselves and we don't born picking them. If you get my sit on our social media and the life we say we don't sell out and put the dignity of we name, we picking them and we family morality so low, you're not helping Sierra Leone. And I people just say, oh, they do for let we do the best. They've never done it, but we have always been at our best. When I go parliament for go debate, I they risk my life, I put my life on the line. Nobody know they call me and say, go talk this talk. No, I have always been a very good. Even when this bill come out, I went all the way to Kaila, Kono, Kenima. Most people at this time know implemented this bill to the south and the east. I have done that. So when are the sellouts now? If not sellout, I know still on yours and pretend like say I know well.
So what really happened that day where that fete take place? Where you know tell them go and boss that honorable here in aid or something? What really happened?
Before we close? Parliamentary procedure, not to education. Say, oh, I get PhD, I get masters, I learn book pass you, I sabi how parliament operate pass you. No, you get for learn them. If by the time they talk about say so now we don't sell out, we don't pass the or let them pass the bill. We not even start for debate the bill late because when you talk about bill, just start like a way you say motoka, you ask when say motoka for go kono. If the motoka not get fair, you need to sit on the. What would they pan do first now for amend the issues? We get then that bill they we get for do with the constitution. Until we done that one day before we come out with the bill proper.
So what happened on that day where we see talks and fet all these things don't lead to
because we all on reposition say we need for pass with the issues we get for do with the constitution. For example, you know they amend the issue of to sim now this bill if you not deal with the constitution. You know they address the issue of a fixed date for election. If you not amend the constitution, you know they address the issue of 30% now this bill. If you not go back to the constitution, you know they talk about the issue of the NIN because in the constitution it says everybody for register. But now if you want to add another clause, you have to amend the constitution. All the issues and the way they talk about, we talk about it and they promise we say they count on Tuesday. Now they don't count them. For them, it's normal. For them, it's a normal practice when they get serious matters like this. Part of the issue, the instrument they can use for victimizing avocat people, just like that presidential debate, they can Allah, and at the end of the day, all the debate people are not the agree. So we go to parliament that day, then start that thing there. We talk say, well, if not this, we know the debate. At the end of the day, the speaker be able to get the strangers for become because our real language in the parliament, you are not a member of parliament, you're a stranger. Then get the members of the strangers and come. The whole process go on. Everybody who watch that debate, they call back say, oh, it's a wonderful display by Cherry Coco. Well, for some of we're not surprised at all because we don't see them displays and they 20, 30 times. But yes, still, the same people they tell you, they say, oh, it's a wonderful display. Now the same people they go to mine and say, the man don't sell out. Oh, the MPs all don't sell out. Who do you they sell to? How you they sell out?
So you think that the people are not going to right? Okay. All right. So you think that the people are not going? You think that the people are not getting no rights for feel or for talk this way? They're not getting no rights for say that.
No, it's an insult. It's an insult on us because Every person as alone, no matter how far you there, you have an MP in your constituency. So waiting be correct for do is talk to your MP, know your MP's position. In this bill, the member of parliament for APC where they say sell out has tool on nothing.
Okay, AKK, before we let you go, the NGC and C4C, they work with Anna Parliament. The NGC and C4C, they work with Una and Nana Parliament. We know they get you.
We never get you. We never get you, Honorable. We never get you.
Honorable, we know they get you clear. Yes, I think say Honorable go.
Yeah, make go out and come in.
Yes,
again.
make it go out and come back because he get some small technical problem. Yes, he don't come back. Yes, Honorable. No, we're not hearing nothing. For some reason, I don't know. For come out and come back, yes. Make Honorable come out and come back. Then we will let from make it go.
So, I mean, before they can, we just say people learn for consult the MP before then say certain things. How many of we people in Sabi the MP the numbers? How many of we people in Sabi with MP the numbers them? I think people are just they talk as to waiting, then they see in a parliament or waiting in the year. And from your point of view, even if the people them feel that way, it is your responsibility to make the people understand. Say they shouldn't feel that way.
Yes, AKK, you get me?
I get to that clearly now.
Oh yes, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Willie. I'm about for left you now.
As I mean, they say,
yeah.
They play with food, they play with people. That's if you want kill you picking. But it is sad for let people they think say as me.
Now they get support from NGC and C4C at Parliament. You didn't get me clear? Oh.
I don't go forget, So I will have to talk to Honorable AKK before he left. Say make it not feel, bad about or say, oh, I know say that they risk their life. Some of them they do speak up and speak out in our parliament, but make it not feel say, I mean, people they don't have the right. As Sierra Leoneans, them for feel waiting them for feel their own responsibility. Now, for can't tell the people there where they feel that way, they say, no, not feel this way. Now, so we they go through. Now, so we serve the do na parliament. Not feel this way. So I just want for caution on that side. Where they talk.
I can imagine you say the good school X now. Yeah,
I understand.
Honorable Abdul Kargbo tell about 5 members where they don't put in a cell.
And the way they risk like every day, especially the one the way they speak out.
They're not getting security.
Yes, for me, I think they should have security. Then forget medical. All of the I feel they should have. So yeah, Honorable, go ahead. Unmute your phone.
Unmute, please.
Well, at the end of the case, now Honorable will no one for answer. So, and we will make sure say answer before we left this program. Today, that question they will ask, we want for no before we left this program today.
Yes, AKK, you live?
Hello.
Yes. Wow.
Oh boy. So they get any support when they work hand in hand with other opposition. Okay, AKK, una they get the support, una they work hand in hand with the other oppositions, them like the NGC and the C4C in the parliament.
And that's what I wanted to say to you. In fact, interestingly, waiting to happen to we one of the members of parliament, they will work out across the country for educate the people, them one from C4C, one from NGC, and one from APC within a COP. They were within a NGC when I be the deputy chairman for the PAC, na parliament, as he come where and do the other allocations them. They move in position as a member of the deputy chairman of PAC.
Who that you move on?
The parliament, the leadership in the parliament, the leader of government business, because I own right for choosing committee members in the. You move it means say that Monday where they say they sell out so now, and Mutkawe be there available to our government they get we get the.
Yes, honorable. Long but we'll continue for stay with we because we're not done yet. We'll continue for stay with we. We'll get so that thing about. Yes, go on, sir.
Meaning the opportunity where this man be get office in parliament, the opportunity we get for motorcar, the opportunity we get for fuel and other conditions of service will be open to and for that office they will be get as deputy chairman of PAC. They don't lose and but yes, still people still at the comfort zone. They tell we say we all don't sell out. If not sell out, that opportunity low that man be get forget a government vehicle in parliament for don't do for let sit down and keep quiet and not go to the people in the southeast or go educate them. Again, the question we don't ask, they don't put MPs in a cell, they don't lock up MPs, they don't beat MP them. Have you ever seen a protest in Sierra Leone where they arrest an MP? When they broke me host, how many people called me for having show concern, even when I put on social media? When beat, wait, land. When they beat Honorable Dr. Umfa, how many people reached onto Ram? You know, in other countries, they talk about democracy in strong one because the member of parliament are people they represent. When they get issues with the law, from what I call Honorable Abdul Kargbo them, where have you seen it on social media? Sierra Leoneans protesting just on social media say this is injustice to the highest degree. If they go Tuesday, then go arrest them and put them in a cell. People still sit on at the comfort zone and say, "Nah, sell out." So again, let us feel for 1 minute as members of parliament say we are being respected. Let people don't look at our vulnerability, say we're not going on social media like how they do things say, then get leverage for say anything negative about we. We have families for God's sake. Some of who picking they don't sit to us now, they go university, they use social media.
Okay, we get for ensure say Honor will come back for make. Okay.
Yes, he will come back. He will come back. Honorable, what you will do? We go for invite you back.
I not get a problem.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go invite you back. We'll go invite you back where you're not free time. And also when you're not free time, you get stable internet. When you're not free time, one day we'll go invite you back for make you can this platform. We not say yes. We get some difficulties with the internet. So say the right time because you're out of free time. But we go hold on. One day we didn't have free time at your time. The Mark will give kind of this platform back. AKK. Okay. Well, before we get for close, I get a couple of videos they want for play Racheal. But somebody just writes one Clark bring honorable quick before close. Yes, AKK, you get me? AKK, you get me?
No, you're not even sure up it. Well, like you say, when it na free tongue, I think say the internet go very better much than USA at this point in time. It's unfortunate Abdul Kargbo don't go. I also want to ask him about yesterday, where the internet's been flawed with the EU, where the EU they talking about Creole.
Yes,
for the bridge. It's unfortunate, we're not able for ask and for make a comment on that. But we with the viewers them still hanging in there. We just want to comment about waiting happen na the launching of that bridge where the EU talk inside Creole. The first time is really international representative. They make statements, part of his statements pan Creole. So we want to know what you think about that and waiting on our own views where it talk about the bridge, how they work stronger one.
I get a couple of videos I have to make me.
All right, go ahead.
But I just need one comment. Well, make a lot of summarize and somebody to talk about. Make a focus on.
I want to left that side. I want to left that side.
No, for the last time, make a focus on.
No, you don't need for honestly. Left that side, please.
Entertainment industry, my brother. Me one certain they go give us in music.
No, we know where it comes from. It's not coming from a good place. So let's don't distract.
Spend money on entertainment from the 90s, stay 2000, till we don't travel with salute artists them. So I don't want to buy bicycle on the music industry one day. So now they can tell me what if I do. I beg, please, me money no go for music rights now. Don't spend money, thousands of dollars for salute in industry. So I beg, please, yeah. Because you don't see what I see them comments there.
In the West, mommy,
You don't see. Mark it only. Load officer.
The same soldier man when they dance na the presidential lodge. A lot of people if na cannot eat. We will kill you now. At the same soldier man they behind you so say now let's come send you. Paulo Conte and so on. The cost president school. Who said this government?
Well, I mean, not to that angle. First of all, I don't know. So a lot of people when I don't see this woman they release them because I am still concerned if they don't release this woman as part of the people and the woman the way they be released. Somebody got me attention to this woman. Say they not see him. So if una see him, I beg do they don't release him. Una confirm that the comment section say this particular woman they don't release him because this now was also a concern. The time when they release woman them after that protest, we not see this woman also. So please do ya if una don't see him say they don't release him. Una please confirm with we na the comment section. Una please confirm with we say they don't release this particular woman at the comment section. We all see where in the common state house. And then the other person in the comment say, look at now we green away so then it misbehave back. Now we green away.
So that means if I'm gonna salute if I wear green, so that means
we not for misbehave because not in fact when you misbehave you wear green, then they deal with you double. Because when you misbehave against the other you wear green and they deal with you double. So on a more serious note, please that the comment section, if una no say this woman and don't release her, una confirm say this particular woman and don't release her, please una make that confirmation in the comment section or una reach out to me. Please, I'm very, very concerned as well about this particular woman here. And we see
what did this woman do with it? What did this woman do with them my tweets and so? One of the police officers I talk say they sympathize with the woman anyway. Say una left from no come. But other woman back the pattern the woman.
Then they pattern other man them back then they beat her and they cuss them, And I think say some of the things that we caution some of the police them what we know is because the thing been there on video. So I can imagine what's in the camera not capture. what's in the camera not capture behind the scenes. I can imagine what in this woman don't go through. With the camera, we see how then display to them. So then they talk say, una wanna left hand, una for we don't left hand give we. We don't know right now how what's in this woman in situation. We don't know what it go through behind the scenes, behind inside camera not capture. So we are concerned.
What did this woman do so when they might hit us away? What in camera record and video the show? When I get on, I say, oh, that APC don't pay them. I mean, and then I they talk, they ranch them out. APC don't pay them. APC don't pay me.
Yes, Mohammed, exactly, Mohammed. Mohammed say, he say, look, he wear green like he did with we, you know. So, I mean, we have seen police brutality in peak in a salon. We know they say, or mean they say, police brutality not be
before,
but we don't see them at a height where they need to hide them again. This is the fear. They need to hide them again. Probably before them they hide them because what to do, there was leadership. And the word where they come on, the leadership will be there before, not they compliment some of the tier way they do. But because we have seen the leadership, the words of the leadership in this particular government don't embolden the police for making them do what they do so without any remorse, without no check, without no fear.
Leadership is about serving the people.
Why they are doing it because the leadership of this government, including Mrs. President, don't embolden them for do what they do so. So this is why we are even more concerned that anything they do, the police they go scotch free now. Anything they do,
well, me, I want to remind them. I want to remind police them. May they watch this video. This now the video this way. SLPP kind of power where they beats police there. I just want to remind the police officers.
Well,
that's what people know they serve rights now. Not to the people of Sierra Leone.
No. It is very clear from the IG. It is very clear, and this is what I'm saying. Everything is coming from the top. You know, the police they react according to waiting in the year from the top. So that is why
from the up, yes.
Yeah. So that is why everybody is concerned about police brutality. Before then, I mean, we know they hear this from. Now, like I said, the leadership. I always make reference to the leadership because if the leadership don't talk, say you were not there with SLBP, you not terrorist. The leadership when Mrs. President don't talk, say if you're not the SLBP, you're not a true Sierra Leonean. The leadership, Mrs. President don't talk, say then for mob justice. Anybody would engage.
You know the way they sabotage, what they do say. If we catch you now, would they begin the mob justice now? They beat you in the public. We make all man know say now una.
So I mean, it is all there. This is not a make-up story. That's what we the make up their story as well. This is all on camera. This is all on camera, on videos about the words of the leadership of this country of Sierra Leone. But thank you, Shabba, before you continue, P-Man just don't confirm so we say, yes, that lady did not release, and somebody they will confirm say she was released. And not just released, I hope say it did in good condition. But however, of course, we organization, they try for puts all of them women they are so together, them bold women they are so these they were so now the Euros them the eras them of Mr. Euro, the eras them of Sierra Leone at this point in time. They are the ambassadors because they stood their ground waiting other women them where they are then gallery not able for do now in the women they are so team up and demonstrate, then demonstrate leadership, then demonstrate how strong the voice of the women are. So that woman they are so we own organization with a women's leadership advancements for democracy Sierra Leone. We go work with the woman they are so we go try for say how we put those women together and empower them. These are the women them where we get for focus on na Sierra Leone because they show leadership, then show strength, you know, now the country on that very fateful Monday. So we will work with them in terms of their medical, in terms of how for groom them to become community leaders. Then we will work with them as an organization. Definitely. That is why
Oh, so no, this.
I mean,
it's not funny. Now we say for go bomb boku picky. Can you imagine? Police officer, I ask you, man. Can you imagine? What's our country go? What's our country go?
Even fear, which underscores the basic movement of people to engage in economic activity, has moved from 3,750 loans to 6,000 loans. Why? How do they expect people to live? That is why we in the Renaissance movement are calling on Zeremians to wear black. The black is to show that the colors that have led us have failed.
This na John Permine to win John Rest or whatever they can call her. These are the words of the current anti-corruption commissioner Ben Kelfala.
They for arrest him.
Yeah, you know,
they for arrest Ben Kelfala.
No,
road.
You want to talk say then telling they na been this
time for the Pademba road.
This statement where Ben Kelfala the make so now then telling they during the APC because we know we clearly know say now it be the SLPP where they talk say I mean fuel price don't go up, wherein the governments cannot fulfill their social contract with the people of Sierra Leone, then the people they need for rise up. So why now when the people and they rise up, we don't talk say then 10 and they with increase in petrol, there is no lights, there is no this, there is no that. Now don't say people and for wear black and people and for rise up. So now why would the people and they do that then they say no, they're not getting no rights for do that no petrol now global crisis. You keep making excuses. A true leader need to make excuse. Because you know the issues before coming into this position. Nobody pushed you to come for batch for president. Nobody pushed you for say now this position. You know the issues. So no come make excuses. Any good leader no go make excuses. Any good leader go come and find solution to the problem and find solution to the situation and find solution to the women to engage the people. Like Ayeri Una. I understand una cry, but we have a leadership when they engage, when they consult. How can you govern your people? You don't want to engage you people. You don't want to consult you people. You are so quiet when it comes to the cry of the people. You are so quiet. All you know what the people vex. You won't go here. You have family. Una travel. Una force. Una go pa una yon. And una need to bring nothing. What are you bringing to the people of Sierra Leone? Yet you make 100 and something, close to 200 traveling in your 4 years. In your 4 years of existence in this government, you don't engage with your people. I mean, what kind of government we get?
Let me show you the bringing.
The best way can happen away plant chop. And then bear fruits and they eat them. That make they encourage every Sierra Leonean. Maybe they plant with potato leaf, maybe they plant with okra, maybe they plant everything made in abundance. So that's with that talk with the service market they talk. Me are hungry, we go left for the talk because
anyway, let's play one or two videos of more.
An Okada rider carrying his full Child and one other pylon overtake vehicles and cross before the vehicles. The approaching vehicle was coming. A banger, the rider and the pylon, they died.
But they are big. Whenever see your story, they put
that's why I love Dominion University.
Yeah, Dominion University in a clown. Before we go, I want to just go more quickly about let me just get the views of the people on that statement with the EU. The EU must make. If you can show the video, then please, I want to see on the comment section what you wanna think about this whole thing and the comments of the minister Memunatu. What's in her name? Say Memunatu with the Pratt, where he talks say if the EU na political party now, let's say if one join political party for making such a comment. But I want for you own comments.
But you know say guys anything you talk against them, you will say you na party picking. So
the international commission don't join them. Yeah, yes. They say let's have a party picking.
Yes, the APC.
I want you able to put that video there, and I also encourage una waiting at the comment section for just make una comment what una think about the statements by the head of the EU during the launching of that bridge, this one grand bridge where one cause.
And the European Union give the money, and we work with the Salon Roads Authority, SLRA, for build this bridge. We gladly, because this will help people then. EU, they work together with SLRA for Salon people then. And tell Wuna all, boku thank you.
Replay back.
This said I'm back playing Kotsky.
Wait, replay, please. Look, let's not even go there.
The European Union give the money, and we work with the Salon Roads Authority, SLRA, for build this bridge. We gladly, because this will help people then. EU, they work together with SLRA for Salon people then. And tell Wuna all, boku thank you.
But before you talk, now the pie, I like people and focus on the pie.
I say mix you.
You can check with flag.
This idiot say I don't can check with flag right.
You know, because it seems as if the way, for me, it seems as if the way that they go about this whole bridge thing, it's like now in the life wire. For proof to Salon people and say, now this will not happen. But sometimes it's good for them, we educate we people and say, we government them when they come. They are not doing us a favor. And the EU make it clear say, that the EU na give the money. And the money where they give, they work with the SLIA and give the money for
they don't work for the government too. They don't work for SLPB. They work for SLIA.
So now the money where they give, as if
that's you, that person where that created for that Monday, this weekend you go arrest her. I bet you. Let's go back.
And the European Union give the money, and we work with the Salon Roads Authority, SLRA, for build this bridge. We gladly, because this will help people then. EU, they work together with SLRA for Salon people then. And tell Wuna all, boku thank you.
They normally expect that.
Yeah, I think say it come as a shock.
They may not say so this man for talk. They not for Bianca, Yana. Trust me. They normally expect that.
Well, yeah. Let me just look at a few comments here because, like I say, I want to make Sierra Leoneans they give their honest opinion with waiting happen nada events day and also the reaction of the because the way he reacts, fake Dr. Memunatu Pratt, Minister of Tourism, the way he reacts make also people and give their own thoughts about it. This person say, I believe Memunatu Pratt should be asking herself why tourists aren't coming to Sierra Leone. Maybe it is the dominion effect of fake degrees. Yeah, why tourists and the canas alone? I mean, yes. And Boy Jalo Jambore say, he who pays the piper calls the tune. Absolutely. SLBB want to misbehave on the international community so they get what they deserve. The EU rep made a practical statement telling them you are not to telling them you are not begin to behave like a government. Okay. And this person say, this other one, Mahmoud say, the European Union decided to do this after the opening of the first bridge. That's why they did. That's why they do this anyway. Fatima say the EU is not stupid. The SLBB is stupid. So okay. Excellent speech. EU SLBP running the country based on propaganda. And Lawrence Fox said they are tired of the lies of the government. The EU does not want the government to take the praise. Okay, Julia say the guy make it clear for the native people to understand that SLPP is the one responsible for the funding of the constitution of the bridge. Anyway, so there's so many stuff coming out from this whole money with the EU. Then support.
We not give government money. We give
the money is being given by the EU, and the EU work with SLRA for build the bridge. So it is the EU money. It is not the government money. So the EU should be giving the praise, not the government of Sierra Leone. Anyway, I mean, this old bridge, I think, say it gets into I think this statement by the EU gets into the skin of the SLPP government, the Pow government. It really gets into the skin because this now be the life wire where they were all for election for sure say, now this we do, because as of now, I don't know, me personally don't know what's in this SLPP government get for bring to Salon people, in their campaign. What's in get for sure? I don't know. We'll go see when the campaign they come. We go see what's in the SLPP then get for sure. So the people of Sierra Leone what's in and do. But I believe say this one bridge. Now in the middle all when I say this now with life wire. Now in the middle all say this now they pass weeks for this campaign take go. So it really gets into the screen and they're very furious about the statement of the EU. And let's see in the future, moving forward, how this whole thing can play out, with them and the international community. And Madam Fake Dr. Memunatu Pratt, I mean, you should be thinking about what's going to happen to the tourism sector, why tourists are not coming to Sierra Leone, what have you done for the tourism sector in Sierra Leone, what do you get for show for? I think that is what you should be more concerned about, your own ministry. Anyway,
if we're going to small Gambia, where you go see tourism.
Let's see tourism at its best. So yeah.
We're family so we'll get for left now. We'll go there back next week, next weekend, and also tell it to Racheal back will get himself film program. So when I still
before you go, I have to say something I beg.
Sorry, we cannot forget about talk about the paddle yesterday in Maryland, and the DMV. It was great, fantastic. People in the phone. For the past years now, they don't ban paddle in Sierra Leone. So people are now they enjoy themselves now in America. We see paddle come out. People enjoy themselves. There was so many fun yesterday. So I do appreciate and congratulations to the organizer that we do the paddle yesterday in Maryland.
Yeah, absolutely. And me just want to run through with the voices of the women. Two things. On the 14th. The Sierra Leone, the Women's Leadership Advancement for Democracy Sierra Leone, where we can call WULEAD for short, when our organization, and for which I am the president. Then we also hold a peaceful protest na UK in England, to be precise, and they're on the 14th. So please, una look out for that. Una wede na in na UK. Please, una look out for that one day on the 14th. we they invite una all, we they do them in collaboration with other, meaningful Sierra Leone concerned Sierra Leoneans them in the UK. So una look out for that flyer day, and also una reach out, the flyer they come out, the flyer even don't come out, una reach out now with Facebook pages them if una want for know more about that protest, that peaceful protest day, and then together on the 14th, now Elephants and Castle, wherein then therefore proceed peacefully to Whitehall, Usai, the Prime Minister in place there, and very few blocks from there, now they the Minister of Africa Safe Day, we been Kana Salon. So inside that protest day, they now invite we for go make a position paper. We not just go and protest and chant. We are also going to present a position paper to the house. The Prime Minister in house, he don't give you an appointment wherein we will talk face to face and present a position paper with regards as the reason why Sierra Leoneans are aggrieved, Sierra Leoneans are protesting. So we will read out loud that position paper there, and we go give them evidences as well, because we not just go present a position paper, we back them up with evidences as to what in the happen at the country. So we are also going to do that as well on the 14th. So please, una all join the woman with the UK organization Women's Leadership Advancement for Democracy Sierra Leone. Una join we on the 14th na UK for go do this peaceful protest and make this position paper to them important people there. So we now we moral guarantors them. And moving forward again, this Saturday in Maryland DMV, we again, the Women's Leadership Advancement for Democracy USA chapter, with they get an inaugural fundraising event na boys and girls within a Laurel, within the DMV, una familiar with that location. They get an inaugural fundraising dinner nada location they when boys and girls. So do ya are they encourage una all within the DMV for make una can support we, because one thing what they raise that fund for, if una can see, I go put the flyer up again today, and una contact me if una want for come, if una want ticket, una contact me. The reason why we they raise this fund now for make we go and help we woman in a salon where it come to registration September. We want for see this time around more women they register, because we boku pass them. We make up 51% of the population in Sierra Leone. So this time we want to see more women and come out for go register. So we they use those resources where we get this proceeds where we get now this inaugural fundraising for go pull woman them, the old woman them, the one that we're not able for worker from this point to this point. The what I would say, the vulnerable woman, they want for go pull them, use bus system, move them from one location to the other for make them go register this time around, and we collaborate with other woman organization them Natong as we go embark on this activity. So there is a lot we want for do this July. So do ya una support we this Saturday na boys and girls location na Laurel. Una can support we and make we raise fund for the woman and they, because hashtag waiting we did raise these funds for Women to the Polls 2023, because we want for make this time around woman they register and woman they vote like never before in Sierra Leone. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want to appreciate all the one that we team up for woman business, all the man that we team up for woman business na salon, and all the woman that we team up for woman business for ensure say woman business go before na salon. We want to appreciate una, the women on social media. We want to appreciate una, the men also were there with we. We want to appreciate una, and una continue for stand by the woman them, because we know say we get so much power inside we get so much energy, we get so much many things that we want for give back and we want for bring to Sierra Leone and Sierra Leoneans, and we una not look like for say one can pull on our position, but we want for work with the man them because we self na partners in development where it comes to salon business. Thank you very much, Egerton Shabba, for giving me this platform for talk about the TSO. And please follow me on my Facebook page, Racheal Bangura Davis, and also the Tell It to Racheal page. Follow me, will get more information and more videos them where they do with regards to how woman go able for better salon this time around. Thank you very much. I appreciate.
Somebody they ask quick one the dress code for the protests.
The protest Zainab Day on the platform. Please give them the
castle and they for starts.
Yeah, the protest the starts now Elephant and Castle now a popular location. You know, you the England now a popular location that one day. Now they will start 9 a.m. in the morning. Now they all for go gather 9 a.m. and we get we own t-shirts where we wear as an organization, and una can wear white. Zainab is the t-shirt. Protest white t-shirt. Yes, white t-shirt. Come with your white t-shirt and join the protest from Elephant and Castle by 9 o'clock. 9 we all together now Elephant and Castle and proceed peacefully to Whitehall area. I'm sure una all familiar. That's the seat of power. Now Whitehall area. Now there we they go, like I say, we they go make a petition, and we are in the Prime Minister that also give we a platform where we can, express, the thing we'll put on the paper, what they go present to them. We'll say it out there and backed up with evidences them of waiting we they go present another house day, and also we they move back to the Minister of Africa where we go salon we they go present a position paper as well to the Minister of Africa. So it's going to be a well organized program, and also we don't reach out to the press, the international press as well.
They're going to the salon embassy in the UK.
No, well, this time around.
Because the salon embassy in America now DC where you go protest them, they up. Then they catch, open them in a blind, they take a picture them.
Yes, we get the one there. The journalists they up, they take pictures them. But I get forget mail for them. Very soon.
They inside the embassy, they go right up, then they put you with a black on the side, and they take pictures them.
Yeah.
If now we pictures them, when I want to take, when I will take every day. If now we not the wait for the Lunga airport, so I get for wait so. Now we not the wait for the Lunga airport, so ever wait.
So yes,
because all the enter, not to Lunga airport, so they pass. So don't worry. So I take a picture there. All the enter to Lunga airport to the pass. Pass now you know say enter.
And enter.
So now continue. Anytime we go protest at the embassy.
Please, una all will get organization in our UK. This is all about Sierra Leone. Do you are big? Una all join we. It's about Sierra Leone. Una all join we on the 14th. Why we make it on the 14th at Tuesday and Thursday? Because we want for day. We want for go protest when then day. We want to go protest when and day. And thankfully, like I say, we get a special invitation and where the Prime Minister say we welcome now in office and make we go get a petition, and we invite all the international press them. We invite them all, make them go see what's going to happen on that day. So it's going to be a very, very organized event. And I want to say kudos to the UK chapter. I want to say kudos to Zainab. Kudos to Valerie and all Dolly Kittel and MC una with them on the team, and Sal. I want to say kudos to una all. Una really don't step up and una don't show leadership now the chapter. I want to thank una all.
Okay, well, family, so we go left for now. We go there back next weekend. We'll continue for follow this the two platform them. And also share the videos them. Right? I'm saying this EU, this creator, it make a week right now, safe.
Now we money. Not for the government money.
They make a week.
Now we baku money.
Because
what build this bridge. And I want to use this opportunity to thank Lady Felicia. Lady Felicia is going to be live on Saturday now we event. Boys and girls, for those of you who are with the DMV, boys and girls, I'm Racheal. this Saturday, do ya una support we? The money, we don't tell una what we want go do back home with the money. So una support we. And Lady Felicia again for the live for go perform, you know. So I want to say kudos to Lady Felicia where they go support we instead now you support than the way they go give to the woman them. Do ya? I want to say thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll continue for sharing program.
Okada rider carrying a school with child and one other pillar overtake vehicles and cross before the vehicles. The approaching vehicle was coming. A banger, the rider and the pilot they died.
And the European Union give the money, but we work with the Salon Roads Authority, SLRA, for build this bridge. We gladly, because this will help people then. EU, they work together with SLRA for Salon people then. Until Wunaol, boku thank you.
You know say plenty people no get for votes the time for election. Not because they no want for vote, but now because of this simple mistake where I can't tell you what so, now I go make plenty people no vote. Right now, as the Electoral Commission Salon don't pull the date for votes and for register, plenty people just the yagba and they rush go do things them as they tell them for do. But hey, members say registration, the voter registration, they begin from the 3rd of September to the 4th of October 2022. Then a number one step where go give you guarantee say you go vote. But if you make mistake during this time, you no go for votes. And I think this way person not go able for help people. What in this mean? It means say, no ever register na the area where you dey work, do business, or where you dey go school. You know what it make? You don't know. Sometimes the time for the election, then go say, public transport not for run. This na big challenge for you. Remember, if you tap na Kargbo and then you dey walk na Lomley, how you go able for go and vote na that side? You go able for waka? The answer na no. So, no make that mistake there. As them blow the whistle when they say, hey, today na the 3rd of September for begin the voter registration. Do ya try by all possible means for register na the center where they near you house. So the day when they go say for voting, whether mutuka deal, mutuka not deal, not to you business. You they go start full na morning, vote, return back na you house. So you see, if you make this mistake, the possibility go they say you no go vote 2023. So waiting at this yagba now for say me party go continue for then a power or me party go return a power if I'm not able for vote. You want vote, they change the whole situation.